So it's Crazy Monkey here again. I just want to say a few things real quick. So when I do move to Utah, that is the idea. Because basically here in the Seattle area, this is like the only nature close to my house. And this is nothing. This is nothing. It's like a 2-mile green belt, basically. It's about half a mile wide by like 2 mile long. That's all this is. This is like half a mile wide, 2 miles long. It's like this little river here. Nice bike trail. It goes down to Des Moines Harbor. You know, it's very nice, it's very cute, but the reality is it's just small. It's just a small park, that's all it is. And if you want to go to like real wilderness, if you want to go to real parks, you know, with mountains and ski resorts, if you want to go to the really cool places, it takes 2 to 3 hours one way from the Seattle area. You want to go to the mountain wilderness, you want to go to the really good hiking trails, you want to go to the good ski resorts like Crystal Mountain, you want to go to the good places, it takes 2 to 3 hours one way. So you're in the car for 5 or 6 hours. You might be at the ski resort 5 hours, you might be at the hiking for 5 hours, but you're going to be in the car for 6 hours. So it's a joke. Living here is a joke because the wilderness is too far from the city. That's the problem. The wilderness is just way too far from the city. So where we're going to move, me and my husband are going to move, hopefully to Ogden, Utah, Salt Lake City area, and the wilderness is like 2 miles away. You can get to the mountains 2 miles away. The ski resort's like 30 minutes away. So there's like world-class ski resorts all over. You can get to the ski resort in like 30, 45 minutes, and you can get to the mountain hiking trails like in 20 minutes. I mean, everything is really close to the city. It's really close, right next to it. In Seattle, it's not like that at all. It's really far away. So when you come to Seattle, it's a workaholic slave city. That's what Seattle is. It's a workaholic slave city where you work 60, 70 hours a week. I don't. I work like 35 hours a week. But a lot of the yuppies here, they work 35, 40 hours. I mean, they work 55, 65 hours a week. Sorry, I work 35. Most of the yuppie white collars, they work 55, 65 hours a week. That's all they do. They just work like slaves. They work like slaves, paying astronomical taxes for their property tax. Because the property tax on these $500,000 condos, these $1 million condos, these $1 million houses, which is now like normal for the Seattle city, is to have a small little house in $1 million. They're paying like $5,000, $10,000 property tax. You know, they're just paying all their money in taxes. They're paying all their money in mortgage payments and rents. And they're left with very little. They work like slaves, and they can't go hiking. They can't go skiing very often because they're working like crazy. They're working 55, 60-hour weeks. They just work like slaves. They have very little, if any, free time. It's just a slave lifestyle. That's all it is. The whole yuppie way is just a slave lifestyle where you just work like a slave 60 hours a week, 6 days a week, and then you have very little money left over because all your money goes to the big government tax and spend liberals. All your money goes to the rent or the mortgage payment. That's where all your money goes, and you have very little left over and very little free time to enjoy it. It's just such a scam. So hopefully we will be living in Salt Lake City, Ogden, Utah area, and you know, going hiking once, twice a week, going skiing every week. You know, going skiing at least once a week in the wintertime. And I'll be making video blogs about that too. So when I move there, I'll be making video blogs showing you, you know, how it is. But basically living in Seattle area, it sucks because like I said, it takes 6 hours in the car, you know, to go hiking for 5 hours. It's just a joke. So I cannot wait to leave this area. Plus it's the yuppie mentality has just destroyed the place. The high-tech greed has just destroyed the place. Massive out-of-control immigration has destroyed the place by keeping the wages low. So if you're a blue-collar worker, and you're here in the Seattle area, your wage is the same as middle America. The wages are not any higher here than middle America. All right, you're going to make the same wage. You make $40,000, $50,000 in middle America as a blue collar worker. You make $40,000, $50,000 here in Seattle. The rents are double. All the prices for like rents and housing is like double or triple. And then your wage is the same. So it's a joke. It's a nightmare. This area sucks. Can't wait to leave. Just want to say that update real quick.